The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the February 10th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I can make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, and that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to La Show. Mixed bag out here. The Dow is up, slightly up 16 points. The S&P down 5. NASDAQ 100 off 46. Russell's off 2. Semis are up 12. Tranny's up 9. The NASDAQ Composite off 29. Just a total mixed bag out here. Gold's up $6. Silver down a quarter. Light sweet crude up 43 cents. Natural gas and nickel and the 30-year Treasury's up 8 ticks. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, $43 and change. Fudu Holdings Limited, that's 28%. Tyler Technologies, $30 or 7%. Mercado Libre, $23, a little over 1%. Twilio, $23, 6%. Shopify, $24, 1.5%. To the downside, it's MicroStrategy, down $236. That's 19%. Tesla's off 34 or 4%. Amazon is down 24. That's less than 1%. Galapagos Islands off $18, 16%. Lithia Motors down 17 or 5%. Daruni's out there. So what do we want to do? By the way, there's nothing in the queue. There's nothing in the Tiger's Den, nothing in the YouTube channel, nothing by email. So that means we want to go take a look at the markets and answer that question. So what was this morning's move, or so far today's move, all about? So it's an excellent question. I can visually show you exactly that it was nothing more than a test of breakout support. What do you mean, Steve-O? Well, here we're going to put up a quad chart, 30-minute time frame chart, ES Mini, NQ, YM for the Dow, RTY for the Russell 2000. You'll see some red horizontal lines going across my screen. Each of those are the most recent TD9 breakout levels for the 30-minute time frame. The reason why that's important, now these, by the way, folks, these breakout levels are automatically generated. They're automatically generated using the TD9 count tool. You'll hear me talk about the TD9 count tool a number of times, I'm sure, during today's show out there. And it's a tool that you absolutely want to be able to learn. You want to know this. In fact, each of these breakout areas, and I can say this with certainty. There aren't too many things that I can say with certainty. This one I can guarantee you. And in fact, it qualifies for everybody in the listening audience as well. And that is that nobody would have picked out 3888.25 as a breakout area for the ES Mini, nor 13,597 for the NQ, nor 31,173 in the Dow, and nor 2268 in the Russell 2000. Of course, somebody's sitting out there saying, no, actually, Steve-O, I use your TD9 count. And so I did have those. So exclusive of those folks that actually use the nines out here, nobody would have picked those. And you can see visually here. Now, let's do this. Let's go from this, quad squashed set of charts out there, but you can see it. So this gives you the visual, but let's go ahead and break it down and look at some larger charts out there, make it a little bit easier on your eyes and mine. So let's pull over the ES Mini. And as we pull over the ES Mini, look, let's say you were short. Now, the ES Mini on a 30-minute basis did not give us a signal this morning. A couple of the other charts did there. The Dow did. The Russell 2000 had Rhodes Momentum Indicator tops. Whenever you get those tops, price pushes way back to support. Even if you don't get a top, price can push its way back to support. And support here, the first level, 38, 88, and 25. No bottom pattern that formed out there. Nice big old hammer candle that did form this morning. And that says that this morning's lows, if those get taken out, because it was a hammer candle on the 30-minute, you'd head down to 38.75. That's not much lower than where we traded to this morning. But at this stage of the game, support has held. Now, resistance hasn't been tested. Resistance on a 30-minute time frame, there's a brand new profile formed just so we came on the air at 1 o'clock. The bottom of that profile is at 38.87. The center is at 38.92, and the top is at 39.06. It's bullish in structure. Price is above the center. So the signal to you and I here is that price and the oscillator and change line are likely to catch up to each other. Right now, that oscillator and change line is 39.06. If price can close above that, well, then you're revisiting today's highs again. But we don't have that signal, but that's what the message of the market would be if, in fact, that's what unfolded. Let's stay with the ES Mini here. Let's just go take a look at the daily time frame chart. Now, the daily time frame chart here, I had mentioned as we came on the air, there were no change in trend signals, and I really needed to expound on that. So here goes the expounding. So we do have, especially because yesterday was just a doji candle out there, that makes it very easy to generate a bearish reversal candle. Now, today's candle session at the moment is not just a bearish engulfing candle, which it is. It also happens to be a key reversal session, meaning the high and low of the prior bar has been taken out. We're in extended condition. What we don't know is whether price is going to close one tick lower than the open. If it does, you have that key reversal session. And because yesterday was a true doji, if price closes one tick lower, you'll get that bearish reversal candle. Not so fast. In the old days, we would have taken that trade carte blanche. But you see, when you start taking trades carte blanche because the pattern's complete, and then the trade doesn't work out, what Stevie does, because I always learn more from failure than I do from success, but I love success, is I go try to figure out what is it that I could have used, should have used, that would have assisted me, assisted you, in generating better trade information. And that's that oscillator and change line. That's another thing that I teach. If you're not familiar with it, just sign up for the workshop. You'll see the archived workshops on your members page. It'll be a tool that you will use for life. For life. Not a moving average. You can't replicate it. So just go learn how to actually use it. Here's the deal. The deal is when that line is green, which right now it's green, tells us we have a price oscillator is above zero. When price is above the green line, tells us we have a rising price oscillator above zero. Those are bullish conditions. So in order for us to get a potential change in trend signal, on a daily basis, price must close below that oscillator and change line. Until it does that, it doesn't matter to me if we get a bearish reversal candle signal. So that would be step number one. Step number two, to say, Stevie, maybe you're being a little bit too hard on yourself. Maybe you're being just too precise out there. And I'd say, okay, I'm with you there. Well, then what we would see if there is a change in trend, we would see all of these 30-minute breakout support levels fail. Didn't happen so far. The market and the ES Mini still remains bullish, and it wants to go up in that 39.50, 4,000 area until the markets generate some other signals for us. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that will take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of tfnn.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of tfnn.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of tfnn.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Let's get to a couple of questions that we have out here. The first one coming from Anthony. And Anthony wants to take a look at U.S. Steel, ticker symbol X, and Saba. So let's go take a look at Saba. That is Kasaba Sciences out here. What a wild ride this has had. This has gone from about, $8 in just a few weeks' time up to a high of $117.54. Trade out at 50 buckaroonies. Now, what I don't know, just want me to take a look at it. I don't know what Anthony is looking for here. Let's just come over to my white background charts. So many people want to get in on Saba and are looking for an entry point. So here's what we know out here. We can see that price today is testing and so far rejecting that oscillator and change line. See how that line is green? Right now the oscillator and change line printed at 49.04. It's going to change by a moment or two out here. I mean, a couple pennies or two as price moves up and down. The point is this. You've gotten your retracement, and it's come back into its first real key level of support. Now, if 49.07 doesn't hold, price is going to make its way down to 37.23. And if 37.23 doesn't hold, 17.15 is the actual breakout area. If you're asking where's the ultimate buy, it would be at 17.15. Am I signaling to you that that's where price is going to get to? No, we can't do that because you still have a rising price oscillator above zero, and prices tested and rejected the oscillator and change line. So, Anthony, if you were asking me, where's an entry point? I don't know if that's what you were asking or not. Now might be the time. Now I say might be the time because what we'd like to do is go to some short-term time frames to see if there's any type of bottoming signals. Because if there's not, then it says something to think about. Okay, let's go do that. Let's go look at a 15-minute chart as an example. On a 15-minute basis, just looking for some kind of bottom signal out here. Do I have one? What we have is that price pulled back on the 15-minute basis right into a breakout area as well, 48.20. Now, my line's not extended all the way to the right, but we can see how where I have my cross here, that price came down, tested it, formed a little bullish hammer candle. To confirm that the 15-minute, there's a change in trend on a short-term basis, you would need to see a close above 57.75. I'd back say 59.44. That's its message. You got to write those things down because I can't remember them. I'm just narrating the chart out here. On a 30-minute time frame, again, we're looking for a bottom. Was that a bottom on a 15? Getting back to an area of support is one way to look at it. So yes, do we have a bottom on the 30-minute? We don't. Price dipped below the breakout level of $50. Here, a close above 58.64, though, would say, yeah, you've gotten the signal that Saba should move higher. So knowing that there's so much downside potential out here, what should Anthony do or what should you do? You've got to make those decisions for yourself. I would suggest wait or make this confirm itself to you because it sure looks real nice down at 37.23 or even 17.15. And believe me, those are very open areas for price to get to. But we can't make that call until we see a close below 49 and change out there, that oscillator and change line. So hope that helps you out, Anthony, with regard to Saba. If you're going to get into this trade, know that the average true range is $15. That means your stop needs to be more than $15 below your entry point out there. Somebody might say, geez, that sounds like a large stop, but not 15. It's got to be probably more like 20, 25 buckaroonies out there. All that does is changes the number of shares. It's about position sizing. If you're not familiar with position sizing out there, well, I have a workshop on that as well, a money management workshop. You can find other ways, but you want to understand position sizing. You absolutely want to understand position sizing. Let's go to Anthony's next question, which was U.S. Steel out here. In the case of U.S. Steel, we can see the price is pulling back or is trading into the bottom of its daily profile. That's at the price point of 1655 is the number. Price above the weekly, price above the monthly. So on U.S. Steel, we want to see is there some kind of bottom signal on that daily time frame. Let's assume Anthony's asking the same question. And the answer here is there is not. In fact, there was a TD9 count. That pattern has failed. This is suggestive to you and I that U.S. Steel wants to go target its breakout area. That's at $11.18. So I don't see the buy at this stage of the game inside of U.S. Steel. The weekly time frame chart, we can see that price happens to be below a green oscillator and change line. So it's not so much that it's bearish. The signal is there should be a further retracement out here. So you've got that confirmation both on the daily and the weekly out here. The monthly time frame chart not really assisting us. We'll go to one short-term time frame chart, the 30-minute chart. I don't see that assisting us either. So with regard to U.S. Steel, yeah, it's holding the bottom of its profile out there, but that's not enough to put your money at risk. This looks like it wants to still head lower, and let's wait for a bottoming signal on the daily time frame or price to get down to 11.18. Again, Anthony, I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for sending in a email request out there. Let's see, we've got some requests that have come in by email as well. Another email out here. This one is from ZVN, and I'll mispronounce that. So we're just going with Zavon. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Don't know why that came up, but it did. So let's go take a look at ZVN wants to take a look at the IIVI sometime this week. IIVI. Hey, you send in a request, you get that call-ahead seating. Well, not really call-ahead seating. If you call in, you get call-ahead seating. If you email in, you get email seating. We're going to get to it, assuming that you can send it in early enough, and I get to it. Let's just get to it, Steve-O. IIVI. The name of the company is II-VI. No idea what they do. It doesn't really matter, does it? Here's what we've got. Not a ticker symbol. Yeah, it's a ticker symbol. IIVI. It's right here. I hope that's what ZVN wants. I think that it is. So here, let's just take a look at it. It's above the daily, weekly, and monthly profile. So this is very bullish. Price right now is trading into a prior swing point. That's January 25th at 1.2 million shares. You're trading into it already with 1.2 million shares. So you close above that, man, I could set up a large A to B equals CD to the upside. I won't go there just yet. I need to get IIVI up on my other charts out here. That would be helpful. Pull this thing back a bit by just going to the longer term time frame chart out here. So the real A to B equals CD pattern that is in play out here on the longer term is the one that I'd really be focused on. And this is going to be, looks like it's probably almost in the 1 to 2 range as we speak right now. But let's go see what it actually is. It's almost getting up to the 1 to 2 level. Look at that move. Electric vehicle type move out here. But this suggests that price should head up to the 103.59 over time. That was the monthly time frame, A to B equals CD pattern that we took a look at out there. So 103.59 over time. Let's pull back the other charts out here. We can see that price is moving higher, doing less relative energy. Not an issue, not a problem, unless there's a bearish reversal candle that forms. And we see it close below the oscillator and change line, printing out at 93.53. Weekly time frame here. What does this show us? This shows us if price can close above the high 2 weeks ago, that high 2 weeks ago is 96.23. That's going to be a very bullish signal because that will be a TD9 count that just really had a hiccup. So closing above that, you'll want to watch that for sure, Zevin, because if price can close above that, as I said, that is a very bullish indication. And on the monthly time frame chart, what do we see out here? Not much. We do have wave number 7 triggered. I wouldn't worry about that. I'd only worry about if we start to see some reversals on the daily time frame. So that's ticker symbol IIVI, and that was for Zavon, who sent in a request by email. I would love to hear from you too, and we've got a request from Nancy who wants to take a look at Apple, which we'll do when we get back from the screen.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to tfnn.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to tfnn.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on tfnn.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting tfnn.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So let's go take a look at Apple for Nancy. Nancy writes in. She's in Washington State. Nancy, thanks so much for listening. Could you put up Apple and see what direction this will take in the next few days? Boy, not making it difficult or anything on me, Nancy, are you? But that's okay. We're going to see if the charts will answer that question for you. You're in some calls. You just missed a good opportunity to profit this morning. Someone seems to be selling this down on a daily basis. So let's go take a look at what the charts for Apple are showing us. And here, when I say here, I'm referring to daily, weekly, and monthly with regard to the profiles. There's nothing wrong with the chart in Apple, and it suggests higher price. However, we don't stop there. This is just our first visual checkpoint, and then we go really take a look at the charts that have all of Stevie's tools on them. So let's go take a look at them and see what signal they're generating to us. We can see here, this is looking at the daily time frame, that Apple well, no, hold on. I've got to get the data out here. That Apple had been pushing higher, doing less relative energy out here, Nancy. But I don't have a bearish reversal signal other than one that took place yesterday. So, and that can confirm it's a bearish reversal candle is below the oscillator and change line. You see that at 137.92. By the way, with regard to its profiles, it's at 128.75. Both the center and bottom are at that level. The top is at 130.57. So, Nancy, if you're asking me where support is at, it's those two areas out there. With yesterday's candle generating a bear sash, price being below the oscillator and change line, this would suggest to me that price will head back down to test that support area, 130.57, 128.75. It could even get to 123.45. Nothing would be broken. Now, that's what the daily time frame chart is telling us. But Nancy has a very specific question. And her very specific question is, hey, can you see what this is going to do over the next couple of days? So the daily just helps us to set up what the longer-term message is going to be, right? Because in order to take a look at what might be going on over the next couple of days, we've got to start looking at shorter-term time frames. So to begin with, we know that there are 295-minute sessions in a day's trading. Let's go see what its signal is to us, see if there's any message here. Well, voila. What do we have? A Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price has been negating its oscillator and change line. It's been acting as resistance. This suggests it's below the TAS market profile. So, Nancy, 128.55 comes from the 195-minute chart. Take a note here, see if we get some type of consensus. The 130-minute time frame chart, of which there are 3 bars during the day out here, what does this show us? This shows us Rhodes momentum indicator top, price finding resistance on a bounce up at the bottom of that profile. This too suggesting lower price, so 128.55. The 65-minute time frame chart, what do we have out here? So in this case, price has pulled back and has tested a breakout area. And this is a breakout. This is what it's done this morning, 134.59. That was tested about an hour and a half ago or so. That's the level you're going to want to be watching, because if price closes below 134.59, the message from this time frame will confirm what we saw in those 2 larger time frames, that price wants to move lower. And here, the target would become 130.93. The 30-minute time frame out here, okay, we've got a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Price pulls back to support. Support is 134.59. This pattern here is very clear to us. Right down at that same area, 134.66 is the bottom of its profile. So any close below 134.59 is going to suggest a move back to the 130.93 area. So, Nancy, we've just looked at the 30, the 65, the 130, the 195, the daily time frame. All of them are suggesting lower price. And because we went to those shorter-term time frames, it's suggesting lower price over the next couple of days out there. That call totally changes if you see a close above 137.91. That's less than $3 away from where we're at out there. So that's going to be your guidepost as to what price wants to do over the next couple of days. You close above the oscillator and change line on a daily basis, 137 and change out there, then price should continue higher. We don't have that scenario as we speak right now. So that is that's the game plan. So I hope that helps you out, Nancy. Again, thanks for watching us out in the great state of Washington. Let's go to our next request. Our next request, let me get this off of the screen here, comes from Peak G. Is it still Peak G? It is. Thank you. That is the Rogue Wave inside our Tiger's Den. And Peak wants to take a look at ticker symbol TRSSF. That's a lot of typing for me to do into my system there, Peak, but TRSSF. Let's go get that rolling out here. That is TerraSend Corp. And Peak's questions is buy, sell, or hold. Well, we look at this chart out here. If you buy, you're buying the momentum move, and there's nothing here to suggest not to do that. So if you're going to buy, it's not because of a retracement back to support. It's because this thing is in breakout mode. It's above the daily. It's above the weekly. It's above the monthly set of profiles. So what Pete really wants to know is, are there any signals that this could be forming a short-term top so that he could actually buy this on a pullback? And TRSSF looks like many of the charts here, and many of the charts being that price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, but that alone is not a reason to sell. Does it have a topping pattern that's in place right now? The answer is it does not. You're going to be in day number 7. It looks like of a TD9 count. So Peak, this could form some type of top tomorrow, Friday, or Monday out there. Could, doesn't have to. So the daily is it may be a short-lived buy, but the message here is buy. That's what the daily chart says. On the weekly time frame, what do we have? We take a look at this instrument here. We have nothing to suggest that this has topped out. So the intermediate time frame is saying, hey, I want to continue to head higher. The monthly time frame is forming bar number 8 of a TD9 count. We know that a TD9 count can top with a high on bars 8. That would be perhaps in February, but it could also be March or April. So we're not going to let the monthly time frame chart stop us from getting into a trade out here. So Peak, that leaves us with going and taking a look at a short-term time frame, such as the 30-minute or any of these short-term time frames, just to see if there's any signals. And voila. Here, Peak, I don't know how this happens. It's just magic. 30-minute time frame, it topped with, Stevie's got it as your rogue wave, peak number 7. So that means you should be in the know. And Peak is in the know because it tops with a valid pattern and it pulls back to support. And here the support is the bullish structured daily profile. It pulled back there about an hour ago. That support area is 1501 to 1513. Peak, as long as price remains above 1501, then the answer is, yeah, this is on a buy based upon the 30-minute time frame. Here, as we take a look at the 65-minute time frame, we don't have any signals out there to be concerned with at this stage yet. The 130-minute time frame, price pulls back, tests support. The oscillator and change line at 1516. So that's just another suggestion to move higher. So at this stage of the game, as we take a look at the charts, look, this still may top out tomorrow, Friday, or Monday, may. But if you're asking, is this on a buy signal? The answer would be yes. And that was ticker symbol TRSSF. And that was for Peak G in our Tiger's Den. Folks, we'd love to have you become a member of the Tiger's Den. I believe you can try that for 30 days for free out there. An extraordinary group of people. I wish I had more time in my day to just stay plugged into the Tiger's Den out there. But great information coming, and nice to have some wingmen and wingwomen at your back. So when we get back from this breakout here, if there's some other questions that have come in, we'll go to those. If not, Stevie will find something of interest for us to go take a look at. The Dow's up 43. Back 2. NASDAQ 100 down 44. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of Tfnn.com and selecting the Newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We got a request inside our Tiger's Den from TKC, and TKC wants to take a look at ticker symbol EARS, and that is Oris Medical Holdings. We're taking a look at it right now. We see that price is trading above the top of that daily profile, closed above it 3 days ago. Added to it yesterday. Today was a test and rejection. So the signal here is that price likely wants to head higher. Now, this had a gigantic one-day breakout candle out here. Wide price spread. As Tom likes to say in his book, wide price spread, accelerated volume. Well, he would have a picture of EARS, the ticker symbol, on that chart to show that. Of course, if you look at the monthly time frame chart, it's always nice to put up this 3-panel, because then you look at this and you say, aha. Maybe it looks like this was probably a reverse merger, some kind of shell, but most likely reverse merger, because I highly doubt that this sold for $1,592 a share. Right now it's at $382. So let's go take a look at the other charts here, and basically what we're going to do is discount a lot of the left-hand side of the chart, TKC, which was really what I was getting at. We took a look at the long-term picture out here. So I don't know what your question was. You're looking for a long entry. So the long entry would have been one long entry could have been today, price pulling back, testing that oscillator unchanged line, rejecting that and moving higher. It looks like today may form bar number 6 of a TD9 count. You could get a topping signal early next week or so. So on the daily time frame chart, this is suggesting that price should move higher. Weekly time frame chart, what do we have out here? Again, not much. There's not a whole ton of information I want to use here on this chart, not knowing the history of this. I only took a look at the background, not knowing if it was a shell, when they got into it, all those types of things. So let's just go to the short-term time frame. Short-term time frame, here's the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, peak G up at the top. Rose momentum indicator top. Price pulls back to the support level of 326 and holds. Here, if price closes above 396, that tells you that short-term pullback to test support held and it's ready to move higher. We don't have that signal just yet. You would want to see close above the 396 level to confirm that, TKC. 65-minute time frame out here, what do we have? Well, you can see price also below its oscillator unchanged line. That's at 385. But price did pull back and test support. That was at 335, the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile. So close above 385, well, that will suggest higher price. Yeah, screw the CDC there, Boston Dan. Sorry about that. If you take a look at the 130-minute time frame chart, price pulled back to where it should have, the oscillator and change line. So TKC, what the charts are communicating to you, not that you've bought the ideal bottom or anything, but if you're asking me, did this morning's pullback, did this generate any kind of a bottom signal? The answer would be yes. And you've just looked at it. So I hope that helps you out. And thanks so much for asking for that request. So we'll check the email system, see if there's any other request. I don't see anything at the moment. So let's go just simply surf around. Oh, I take that back. Hold on. Nancy, you're welcome. Jeff. So we've got two questions here. Jeff writes in, and SPR is the ticker symbol. Let me get this going on my white background charts out here. SPR. And Jeff's question, this is Spirit Aerosystems Holdings. Can you give me your opinion where SPR wants to go? I got in at 39.10 a couple days ago after a 9 count on the 30-minute chart. Well, you got in on the 9 count on the 30-minute chart. Let's just go right to that and take a look at what it's signaling to us. Then we'll go take a look at some other time frames. But on the 30-minute time frame chart out here, the TD9 count that Jeff is referring to took place at 3:30 in the afternoon a couple of days ago. So he's doing the 9 counts really well. Now, this moves from a TD9 count and moves higher and generates what? A Rhodes Momentum Indicator top right up towards resistance levels. Price then goes ahead and pulls back and does what? It tests the TD9 breakout level of 38.73. Now, Jeff already knows this. I believe Jeff knows this. Jeff, you want to see this hold 38.73. If price closes below 38.73, that says we go lower. Now, you would know where that lower price target is because that's the next TD9 breakout level below 38.73, and that is at 37.01. So that's what the 30-minute time frame chart says. Again, you don't want to see it close above 38.73. You've got a valid top that's in place out here. So we've just got a sideways type move. Let me go take a look at the daily time frame chart. Just want to see what we see out here, if there's anything else, anything different than what we looked at. The answer is there isn't. Price is above the oscillator and change line, slightly above or right at the top of its daily profile out there. But you've certainly got resistance up at its highs towards that 42 area. Because of that, on the daily basis, that generated a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. And what price is just doing is consolidating sideways out here. But it does look like it should continue to move higher. 65-minute time frame chart, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, but support holding. 130-minute time frame chart, what do we have out here? We don't have anything of significance. Prices below that oscillator and change line, just by a few pennies. Ideally, you'd like to see it get above there. I can tell you what that price is. 39.33 is that nut that you've got to crack. And on the 195-minute, it's bullish. Today's move back, nothing more than a test of support. But doesn't show, Jeff, a lot of upside action out here. The 195-minute chart says you've got resistance at 40.87. So I hope that helps you out, Jeff. Thanks so much for writing in. Let's go to our next question. This one coming in from Bill in Ohio. Bill, thanks for writing in. And Bill wants to take a look at the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, JPY. So let me get this rolling out here. And I wish I had my other set of charts out there. Let's give this a moment to populate. And please give your opinion on this currency pair and a piece back to you. So I don't know why it's taking so long to populate here. Oh, it's because I didn't type in the right symbol. USD JPY. Somehow had an ampersand sign there. And if you put the ampersand sign in on my system, you're not going to get the currency pair. In fact, you're not going to get anything, which in essence is what we were getting. I probably shouldn't have done it on my main screen here because it's sort of frozen. So that is a bummer. Let's see if we can get this thing to unfreeze itself. Oh, we got it. Okay. So let's go take a look at the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. Let's start by looking at the daily time frame. Just simply, again, we're agnostic to the charts out here. And the cool thing is you get to see any instrument, any time frame, and you see these tools populate. And look how they work. U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, several weeks ago, formed with a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. This is a cool pattern, folks. You want to learn it. That was on January 6th. That leads to a high, which is formed with a TD9 count. And now, Bill, prices from that TD9 count trading below the oscillator unchanged line. Odds favor at this stage of the game that the U.S. dollar Japanese yen wants to pull back into the 104.06, 104.23-ish type level out there. On a weekly time frame, just to see what the U.S. dollar Japanese yen is doing, it's not giving us a bearish signal, but did form with wave number 7. That's courtesy of the Basil Chapman, the Chapman wave out there. So that's got a nice little bottom in it, longer term. Monthly is not so fast. It's got a TD9 count, but what it can't do, what it's been struggling to do out here, is get above its oscillator and change line. U.S. dollar Japanese yen must close above 105.11 on a monthly basis in order to suggest that it really wants to run higher out there. We're just about to go to the break. When we get back from this break, we'll go to the short-term time frame charts, let you know what the Japanese yen has its intent on doing. We'll be right back.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN Newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. Kind of funny how you can attract into your life that what you want. Of course, you have to first visualize and talk about it. And during a prior break out there, I was just having a conversation in the Tiger's Den about Japan. That was before I got the email to go take a look at the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. How does that work? You got to love it. Anyways, back to the 30-minute time frame chart out here. And what we've got is we've got a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom that formed earlier, but just a sideways consolidation. So we're not really seeing a ton out here to provide us with a bunch. No, a key level of resistance that would have to fail to suggest that this is going to move substantially higher. Now, this would be a decent move, by the way, 105.26 out there. And it does have the bottoming pattern. So that's what it looks like it wants to do, which is continue higher in the short term, very short term. Even the 65-minute chart is generating that signal to us. Maybe 104.84 is what you get out of the move higher out there. The daily and the weekly charts are suggesting, perhaps some lower price initially. So that's what I see when we take a look at the U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. We're going to finish off this hour by taking a look at MJ, and that is for Tim. By the way, folks, I'm going to go ahead and fill in for Tom at 3 o'clock today, so would love to spend another hour with you. So if you get a chance, please tune in there. With regard to MJ, which is the ETF, Alternative Harvest, for the medical marijuana area, look, nice move we've seen here. It's above all different profile levels, suggesting it wants to get back to its highs. But still, let's go take a look at the white background chart. Let's look at the daily time frame, populate this, see what we see. Today, bar 7 of a TD9 count, no topping signal there. Monthly time for a weekly time frame, I should say. What do we have at MJ? No topping signal here. This suggests that it wants to continue to move higher on a monthly basis. 35.99 is going to be the key resistance level. I knew we would finally get somewhere. So 35.99 is where, Tim, price is likely headed to in ticker symbol MJ. So, folks, thanks so much for being here. Stay tuned for 2 more great hours. The next one being hosted by your favorite polar bear. That's David White. And then I'll fill in my best that I can for Tom O'Brien from 3 to 4. Look forward to seeing you then. Or back here tomorrow on Thirsty Thursday. Have a wonderful Wednesday, folks.